You hungry? Yep, there you are. You being good? You being good boy?
Well, it hasn't always been easy, but there have been rewards. With Nathan, it's interesting because I'm a staff person and I'm also his brother. He's been in my household for longer than he lived with his parents. So it's an interesting role, many hats that I wear, and it can be sort of a roller coaster. But yeah, Nathan's supports have been invaluable to him and to us.
I've known about the Arc for 40 years. When I graduated from high school and went away to college, I started working at a local sheltered workshop for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities called Stone Belt Center, and that's an Arc chapter in the state of Indiana, and then found myself as a family member needing to use the services of the Arc.
Hi, Chet. All right, kind of cold, huh?
And so they've helped Nathan and our family in so many ways over the 24 years that he's lived with us, and even before that, because they were helpful to us in figuring out how to transition him from the state of Indiana to the state of Minnesota.
He came to live with us here. We bought this house specifically. We thought if we had some place where we could be very close to assist him, but he had his own separate place, and we had our own separate place. So we found this house with a mother-in-law apartment off the back, which has been a pretty good setup.
The Arc has also helped us in employment. They got him connected to one of our Eastside Neighborhood Services, which has an employment program, and that helped him to get a job at Home Depot recently. Even though I know a lot about services and supports, I still have to fight back on the system sometimes, and Nathan needs help sometimes from somebody who's not family, and the Arc has always been there for us.
Hi, everybody. It's cold outside.
I think being an uncle is one of the big motivators for him. In some ways, the boys have really benefited. They've seen this uncle with a disability, and it's really opened their eyes and enlightened them that way.
Both of our sons, really, social justice is critical to them, and my kids are right there to talk about ableism and how hard it is for people with disabilities because they're so discriminated against and they're not included in our communities. So he's helped them to realize how important it is to include everyone.
Hey, Amos.
I really think the future of the Arc is right where they're headed, where people with intellectual disabilities are driving, and they're there to support. The Arc's roots and its history are just fundamentally with families and strong parents who advocated to get us to where we are today, but I think it's time to move that leadership from parents and families and have people who have the lived experience, the people who are excluded, the people who aren't always treated with kindness and respect, be the ones driving the advocacy and pushing for the changes that are needed.
I hope that Nathan just continues to progress and evolve as a human being, and I hope he just ends up being happy.